Hey, what's up everybody, you're a for another action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars The Last Jedi Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Captain Phasma remake, or just The Last Jedi version. I don't know, maybe she did change her armor, maybe not. It looks exactly the same to me, but we will do a comparison between the Force Awakens versions. So, here's the front of the package, got the window packaging, Star Wars in the front, everything's the same as usual. There's a picture of Phasma on the side, and then the back along with some stormtroopers. So with that said, let's go ahead and get Phasma out of the package. Alright, there we have Phasma out of package, and not the biggest deal ever. I see slight differences here and there. I'm not sure if it's because that's the movie accuracy or not, but on the armor there's very subtle differences. We do have a lot more accessories, added accessories, maybe accessories that she does use in the new movie. So that does include some spikes. Not sure where this came from. She never used this, or I guess spears you can say. Never used this in the Force Awakens, but we do have spears. We have this little one, a little one holstered on her back, and a very long spear right here. I like it. It looks cool. We do have her rifle, which is silver now. It was goldish color before. Now it's silver. We have two pistols. We have this one right here, and then the one holstered on the side of the figure. Two-fisted hands on the figure itself. Then we have two hands that look like fists, but they're actually to hold the spear. We have a hand looking like it can hold the bottom of the barrel of the gun. We have a trigger finger, and then we do have just relaxed fingers, hand, when she's just standing still. That's about it on the accessories. Alright, so that looks pretty cool with the spear, not bad, right? Now, right off the bat, just wanted to do the comparison, why not? So, there they are next to each other. The right side is the Force Awakens version, and really, I don't know, it definitely is a difference in paint. You can see it's a little bit more silver metallic on the new one, which is good, but not as much as I thought it would be. I thought we would see a drastic difference. One of the things I did mention in my Force Awakens review was that I wish the silver was more chrome-like, was more metallic, and they kind of fixed that. So yes, it does look better, but I feel like it should be a little bit more, right? I'm not sure. So they did go with a different silver. I thought they were going to use the same silver that they used for the Iron Man Mark II, which is right here. So it's not that type of silver, which I don't know. Do you guys think it would have been better for them to use this type of silver that they did on the Mark II Iron Man? See if I can focus there. I don't know. But it's not the worst thing in the world. I just don't feel like it's that much of a drastic difference to get the whole new figure, to spend another $50, $60 on this guy that we already have. We already have the Force Awakens version. What's wrong with the one we have before? It's exactly almost the same with the same articulation. Not really a new sculpt or any new technology for articulation. So there's the gun too. It's silver on the new one, and then you can see there's a goldish hint to it on the old one right there, which I do like that a little bit better. And who knows, maybe the silver is the new thing from the new movie, so we can't really say anything about that. But nonetheless, it's a nice sculpt, nice paint, and it looks beautiful. They did a good job on it. There's the handle. So it's the same exact gun, just painted differently. Alright, and there's a little bit close up. You can see, and am I going crazy, or does the original Force Awakens version have just a little bit more shading on the helmet than the new one, right? I see some shading going on there, which makes it look that much better, in my opinion, compared to the new one. Doesn't have shading at all. So there's that to consider, but you can also see how nicer it looks on the new one, paint wise, looking more chrome-like and metallic. That is a plus on the new one. Looks like they're wearing the same cape as well. As for the sculpt and the armor design, it looks almost exactly identical. I honestly think it is identical. Once you get to the shin guards, you can see the difference there. The original has a little bit of a sculpting going on the shin, while the new one takes it away. The ankles are different as well, so maybe it's a new design. Not the biggest thing ever either. So, like I said, I don't think it's enough to convince people to get the new one, or maybe get rid of their old one, or have both at the same time. I don't know, but they're both really good figures, and I know the old one is a bit cheaper than the new one, so if you just want a Captain Phasma Figuarts, you can really just get the old one and be happy with it. Alright, so I believe the articulation is exactly the same, but we'll run through it just for the sake of the review. We do have the head going left and right, up and down, pretty good movement there, along with neck articulation. You have all this head tilt, you know, good little socket there, looks good. Forward and back on the arm, in and out with a shoulder guard that does hinge, so good for not hindering anything. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. The wrist is on a swivel and a hinged ball joint right there. Diaphragm joint, soles forward and back, super range of motion there. You can see a big gap on the back right here, and then you can go back, so that's a heavy articulation there. That's kind of crazy, I've never seen that. Waist swivels, does go forward and back as well, so good torso articulation overall. Legs go forward and back, in and out, no drop down though. Double joint to knees. Alright, so it seems like both ankles are either stiff or they just don't go forward and back, so that's kind of weird. No really forward and back. There's a squeaking going on there, but it's not really moving forward and back. There is a ankle pivot, there's a swivel, and there's a toe hinge, but the ankle doesn't hinge forward and back, which is kind of weird. There is armor covering up the ankle, so maybe it's hindering it. Who knows? Don't forget that we do have her belt flaps are on hinges, or I guess magazines or cartridges or whatever she holds on her utility belt. There's that. Also the cape is sculpted exactly the same as the original. And that's about it on the articulation. Alright guys, so that concludes my review on the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Star Wars The Last Jedi version of Captain Phasma. And I only recommend it if you did not get the original Force Awakens version. If you have that already, I don't think it's that big of a deal to get this one. If you really just need the new paint job, then okay. I can see that being a thing. But if you really can live with the older paint job, then just stick with the Force Awakens version. Also, you do get the spear, you do get the mini spear, you get more, I think, pistols, I believe, unless I'm forgetting that the original came with those accessories. I know the original did not come with a spear for sure. But yeah, that's it. It's really up to you. It's still the great Phasma figure that we got before, just a little bit better. Honestly, if we would have gotten this paint job to begin with, you know, that would have been better. That's what we should have got. But, you know, to be completely honest, this is more screen accurate than the Force Awakens version. But like I said, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I don't think it's worth spending another $60 on another Phasma if you already have the original. That's all I'm saying. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys like. Check out Ageless Geeks, and don't forget to have a great day. Bye.